Yeah, hello students. So in the previous video, when we are working with the higher order functions in Python, so we have used the user defined functions. Okay. So there is a possibility that I can use a lambda expression within that higher order functions. Okay. There I have explained using user defined functions so that it is easy to understand. So in order to use this lambda expression within that higher order functions, first of all, we need to understand this particular thing. Okay. How it is working. If you see the syntax part over here, so it is having the arguments and it is having the expression. Okay. First, let me write a general user defined functions. Then on top of that one, we'll define lambda function, which is going to do the same functionality so that we'll understand this one clearly. And then we'll apply these things along with these things means lambda function along with the higher order functions that we have learned like map, okay, filter and all. Okay. So here, if you observe how I'll define a square function, suppose here I'll send one number, okay, I will return a number multiplied with the same number, okay. So here this is called the function definition, but until and unless you call this particular function, I don't get any results, okay. But how to make this function, okay, work? For this one, I need to call this. Okay, what is my function name? I need to use the same name, okay, where I'm passing one value here. Now it is returning the value 36. What will happen basically when I call this particular function? Okay, it will go and verify is there any function with the name square. Then it will verify is it accepting any parameters or not. Yes, it is accepting the parameters. So whatever is the value here, that is called the argument. This argument will go and sit within this parameter so that I can use this parameter inside the function. How many lines of code is there? Single line. So like a simple function where it is returning the multiplication of the same number which we are calling as a square. Okay. Now here it is like a simple calling. What if I want to store the results into a variable and display it? Yes, it's also possible because it is returning some value. Okay. Now I'm going to get the same value. So these things you are aware. But if I want to implement the same logic using lambda function, how to do that one? Okay. So here I'm writing the lambda, I'm writing the number followed by colon. So I'm going to multiply the number that I'm getting. Okay. This is like a defining a lambda expression. Okay. This is how we'll define this one. So I'm going to compare this code with this code. Okay. As a part of the syntax, if you observe here, after the keyword, whatever I'm going to have, it is called argument. Okay. Similarly, after that colons, I'm having the expression. So this is the expression which it is going to return. This is the argument. This is the means this entire thing. This is called this particular return statement in place of this one. Okay. Expression part. Okay. So this is how we define a lambda function. It is not having any name. That is why it is called anonymous one line function. Okay, lambda functions are used to define, okay, whenever we are working with a single line expressions, it allows us to write only single expression and we cannot reuse this. Okay, so this is how we'll define it, but how to make this one work for us? Okay, for this one we have just defined it. Okay, function definition is different, but if you want to make this work you need to call it. Okay, for this one what I'm going to give a name to this one. I'm just giving a name like sqr square. Now after giving the name to this one, I'm going to call this. Okay, how to call this? I'm just giving 100. You are getting this point, right? So basically I am storing my lambda function, whatever is the definition that I made, into a variable called sqr. Okay, shortcut for the square I have written. Now I am calling this one. Is it possible to store this one? Yes. Whenever I are getting the results, I can store it. Okay. Now I'm going to store this one as a result 2. Now I would like to print this. Okay. Hope you got it. How it is working. So if I have this particular expression, now you know how to convert this lambda expression into this user defined function. If we have this user defined function, you know how to convert that one into a lambda function. Here it is like a simple one line expression. Those sort of expressions only we can implement using a lambda. Okay. The user defined functions here, like they will allow us to write multiple lines. For suppose if number is greater than 10, then only return this, else. Okay. Return 0. Like this, I can write multiple complex code thing here. But it's not possible with this lambda function here. Okay, that's the only thing that we need to get. Okay, I'm just removing this. Okay, hope you are understanding this. Okay, now how to use this lambda function? Let me help you with the common errors that we'll face here. Okay, so basically, I have given a name to this entire lambda function definition. Okay, so what I have written here, here I have written that means where I'm calling this particular expression. So sqr equals to this entire thing, right? Yes. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep this one here. I'm going to call the file. Wow, I'm getting the output here, right? It means previously I'm giving a name to the lambda function definition. Here directly I'm writing the entire function. I'm passing this particular argument so that the 5 will be forwarded to this number, and then this expression will be returned and stored. Okay, let me store this results into a variable called result s3. Let me means directly I can print like this, or else preferably if you want to do like this, I can also do like this. Both will work. Okay, if I change the number here 20, okay, both will work. Shortcut is that control plus enter, code will be executed. This is how I can do the squaring of a given number. Okay, you got it right. It is quite simple. And previously when we are working with the higher order functions, okay, higher order functions like map, okay, how we have used this one. Map is expecting a function. Along with this one, it is expecting one iterable like a list. Okay, how I'm going to use this? I'm going to have a list, list one, say that 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 4 numbers I'm taking. Okay, now I'm going to implement my map function. Okay, so here this is the function. In place of this, or suppose for each item of my list, if I want to generate a square of this particular object or the item in this particular list, what we need to do, already we have implemented this particular function, the same function. So already we know this. So iterable is list one. Okay. In place of this function, I'm writing this. Okay. I will showcase how these two square function and this particular expression both will help us to solve the same problem. Okay. Here we are calling this particular function. Here we don't need to call this particular lambda function specifically, because this higher order function map will automatically call this function for each item of this particular list. Okay, first it will take the one, it will pass to this particular number, then it will generate the square of it. Okay, yeah, let me store this one at a result 4, and result 4 already we have observed that. First we'll see the results. Okay, when I'm trying to uh, display the mapped object directly, it is giving this particular output. It means ultimately it is generating a mapped list, okay, where it is returning us with this particular square values. Now what I need to do, I need to convert this one into a list here itself. This is one way, or else if you don't want this, here itself I can convert this one into a list and display it. You're getting right? So this is how I can use a lambda expression along with the higher order function map. You are understanding this one, right? So similarly, in place of this one, what I can use, let me copy this particular code I'm pasting here. Now this is the place for the function. Here I'm going to use the square function which I have defined here, which is also doing the same action. It is returning an expression called that number multiplied with the same number. Okay, whatever is the number that I'm going to pass to that. Okay, let us see. We're getting the same results here, right? But the basic difference that you need to observe here is that user defined functions will help us to write a complex code, but this lambda expression will help us to write there and then. And I cannot write multiple expressions within this one. Okay, only single an expression only I can write along with the lambda function. Hope you got it right. So basically what it is all about, it's like an anonymous function. It means that it is not having any name. It is one line function. Okay, we are using the lambda keyword. Just remember the syntax. Even if you forget the syntax, you can get it. But understanding the concept, like how it is working, that is the main concern here. Okay, hope you got it right. It is super simple now. You got it. Try the same thing on the filter. Try the same thing along with the reduce function. Okay. So here previously, when you are working with the filter, we are just returning the some expression which is a greater than 0 or less than 0. Okay. In place of this, what we have to do, for suppose if I have to implement a filter function here in place of this, okay, the filter I want to apply. So it is going to take one number. Then I want to see whether that particular number is greater than, let me increase my list so that this is the list 2. Let me keep some negative numbers also. Okay, 4 like that. Yeah. Minus 2. Let me keep 0. Okay. I want to verify. Okay, return if that number is greater than or equals to 0. Okay. Let us filter the content for us. Now see what it is going to give us. It is going to take this particular, oh, it is here. We are getting this 1 2 3 4 from the list one, which are positive numbers. Here I need to change my variable name, because when I keep the number greater than or equals to 0, I'm expecting 0 also in the output. Okay, hope you got it. This you got it right. Same function you can apply along with the reduce thing. If you observe, I am applying the list function. So whatever is the object that is it is returning, I'm converting that one into a list and I am displaying that information. The function that we are using to display the information in Python is print function. Okay. This list is to convert this particular object into the list. Okay. Similarly. So I'm going to have from func tools import reduce. Okay, I'm importing that one reduce function from this particular library. Okay, here I am going to write the function reduce. Okay, let me keep the result as result 5. Now I told you already, right, how many arguments this particular reduce function is forwarding. Previously when we are working with higher order function, it is forwarding two values. from this particular list one. Okay, so here the aim is to calculate the total value, like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. If there is any other number, it is going to add that number also. Okay, here I'm going to add two values, say that x comma y, and I'm expecting the value x plus y as an output from this particular the list 1. If I want to try the same thing on list 2, we'll also see that. Okay, here already we have observed that I don't need to convert that one into a list when I'm using the reduce, because it is supporting that one. You are observing this, right? How it is working? Reduce function is passing two values, because for addition I need two numbers, right? I don't say that I will take one. How can I do addition one here? I should have two numbers at least to perform addition operation. So first it will take these two numbers, then it will generate. So let me explain here: 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, first it will calculate 1 plus 2. Okay, it's like a 3. Next, this 3 is there, right? So this 3 is again added with this one. So I'm having 3 at this step, first level, 3 and 4. Okay, the next level it is going to do 3 plus 3. Okay, 6, and at this level I'm having 6 and 4. The third step it is going to perform again one more addition, saying the result of 6 plus 4 is 10. That is how the reduce function is working. Every time it is taking two values, here two values, like that. Ultimately it is reducing all the values into a single value. Okay, here if I keep multiplication, then it is going to perform multiplication of all these numbers, 1 multiplied with 2 multiplied with 3 multiplied with 4. This is how it is going to work. Okay, hope you got it. Still, if you have a doubt after watching this video, please reach out to me. I can help you with this. Thank you so much. Provide the feedback. Based on that one, we'll proceed. Thank you.